Hey, it's Allie from Little Hill Homestead. Today I am bringing you a recipe for maple sugar. It's basically like brown sugar, except it's made with maple syrup. But we just finished it up. You can see the texture of it. It's made from 100% pure maple syrup. And I wanted it for a recipe, to be honest. For a recipe that I'm going to be making. But it's like $19.
Man, that smells good.
$19 a pound. You can taste it in the air.
Oh, yeah.
It's $19 a pound for this stuff. And I was like, I'm not paying $19 to make a video for you guys. Sometimes I will, but not right now. So I wanted to see what this ended up costing us to make. We made 4.7 ounces with 2 cups of maple syrup, which is about half a container. And I think the container is $11. So it's still like, what is that? $6.50? $5.50. But when I looked on Amazon, this would have been $14 for 4 ounces. So we did save money, but this is kind of a luxury item. I'll say that. But anyways, if you want to see how to make maple sugar, I'm going to use it in some instant oatmeal packs. I'll share that with you guys in a couple days. And I also thought it would be super interesting to try on some smoked pork. Maybe a marinade? Maybe a rub. I'm not sure.
Who's going to smoke the pork?
I don't smoke the pork. He smokes the pork. But it is my favorite thing that he makes. It's up there with him. I do believe that our best friend Matt said that it was better than restaurants. The best he's ever had. Maybe I heard it wrong because I wanted to, but either way. But anyways, maple syrup. Stay tuned for the recipe. It's pretty easy to make. It just takes a little bit of time. But anyways, stay tuned. All right, so we're going to start our recipe. What I've got here, I get my maple syrup from Sam's Club. It's an organic maple syrup. It's by far the best price that I've found anywhere. Costco's is pretty good, but I found that Costco's, it did some funky stuff after a couple months, and I wasn't happy with it. And then Azur's awesome, but you have to buy like 1 million gallons to get the best price. So this is just the best one we found. Anyways, you have 2 cups of pure maple syrup. I have a pan that I have just started warming up. You're just going to dump 2 cups of your maple syrup in your pan. Now, all that we're going to do, and I didn't put a spoon anywhere out here because if I did, I would be tempted to stir it. So just don't. All you're going to do is wait for it to come to like a little bit of a boil, and then you're going to set a timer for 12 minutes. Do not stir it. You don't touch it. Nothing. Just let it do its thing. It's basically going to get rid of any of the water that's in there, and it's going to turn it into, the temperature is going to spike to make it like a candy, basically. It's going to make it crystallized. But that's what we are looking for. So I'm going to, it takes a couple minutes to start boiling because it is thick, but it's sugar. So you need room in your pan for it to be able to expand because it is going to bubble pretty good. Let me just wait here. All right, I'll bring you back as soon as this starts boiling. All right, it's been like 2 minutes. Let me see if I can lift you guys up and show you. Oh. Okay, this is the bubble that you are looking for. Do you see how it's like super foamy? Now I'm going to set a timer for 12 minutes, and I'll be back in 12 minutes. Okay, y'all, I had my temperature too low, and so I showed you that pretty boil that was going on, but let me show you the boil that it's supposed to be a little more like. There you go. See how it's a much higher temperature and it's getting like a foamy look going on? That's what you're looking for. I also was trying not to use a candy thermometer, but it wasn't working correctly. And so I wanted to make sure I got this right for you. But we're looking for 255 to 265, which is like a soft crack phase. Right now we're at 16 minutes. So forget the 12. Maybe invest in a candy thermometer. They're not very expensive. If not, you kind of know because it does change texture, like I was showing you. See how pretty that is? Anyways, you can tell that it's losing its moisture because of the bubbling is different. But we're just about there. Like I said, we're at 16 minutes. I'll time it to get to 255 and we'll be back. All right, it's been about 18 minutes, but do you see how this looks? Even when I take it off of the stove, it's got like super bubbles going on. I'm going to dump it into my KitchenAid mixer. I have a paddle mixer on it. I usually use one that has a rubber piece on it. I feel like that is not going to do well with the heat of this. So we're just going to dump. The texture of this is so interesting. Let me bring you over to it. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It's like foamy, which is what you're looking for. So there you go. I have a towel right here. Let me pop this back on the stove. It's like real hot. Anyways, let me show you the texture of this. Actually, let me see. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm going to bring you over to the bowl. Whoops. I have a kitchen towel in case we get splashing. You're going to turn it on to low. And you're going to set a timer for 3 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes. Okay. I'm going to turn it up to like a medium. And let her go. Okay, I've got it on high now, by the way. You see the texture changing? So as the cool air hits it, it's going to do that. Keep it going. Okay, we're going to turn it to medium just so that it doesn't splash out of the bowl. All right, it's going to continue to cool down and keep mixing it in. I don't know if you can see it fully, but it's turning into like a powder as the air hits it. You can do this with a hand mixer, but considering this is working at full power, I don't know how a hand mixer would handle this. But also, this is molten lava hot when it comes out of the pan. Obviously, it's 300-something degrees, so just be really careful if you have dogs, which mine's right here, or small kids. He's picking up all the leftovers off the floor right now. Isn't that nice? Okay, you can do it 2 to 3 minutes based on what you need. Mine's getting pretty dang close. Our bowl is still really hot. Okay, let me show you that. Oops, I have it locked. Let me show you the texture. I'm trying not to burn myself, but okay. Yeah, I'm good to touch it. You see, it's like straight up powder now. Isn't that cool? Anyways, so you run it through a sifter just to get out any, bigger pieces, but that you have brown sugar. We did not make brown sugar. We made maple sugar, y'all. Which I'm going to take you over there and show you the other part, but that's that part. All right, I have a metal sifter. You can also use like a flour sifter, and then I just have a clean bowl underneath. I'm going to take remember this bowl is just a touch warm, so just be careful. Like the bottom part is really hot. I'm just going to tip it over into there. Get all our maple sugar out. Okay, let me grab a spoon. Or a spatula, whatever you got. I can grab the bottom now. It's getting cooler. It does, as soon as it hits the cold bowl, it'll start to harden up. And because I paused to set you guys up, it did stick a little bit. But overall, we'll be okay. So the other thing I wanted to say while I'm doing this disastrous mess is I put hot water in my pan like as soon as I could because it hardens, and so your pan is going to be kind of hard to clean. All right. Bam, that pan is still hot though. So you can shake it to get it through. It's like the consistency of powdered sugar, or you can use a spoon to push it through, whatever you prefer. You can taste it in the air. You're basically looking for big chunks. Kind of break them up. Now I'm not a hater of these big chunks. So I'm going to try to break them up a little bit more. Hands are your best tool, you know? This is hard, like little hard candies, basically, is what you've just made. You made hard candy. Hardball. That's the name of the temperature you wanted to get to. Hardball. All right. I'm going to use this anyways. I might whip it through my like magic bullet blender, magic, whatever, you know what those things are called, to break up some of these chunks. If you're not worried about the chunks, you could just eat them. Just tastes like maple syrup. But there's our maple sugar, and it's literally just powdered sugar that tastes like maple. Oh, it's like in the air too. Anyways, that is our recipe for today. I'm gonna make a recipe with this with some instant oatmeal packs from scratch, so you don't have to buy them anymore. But I wanted to show you this just on its own. It's also great as a pork rub, like for smoking meat. You can put it into some of your spices that you want like a sweetness to, but you don't want like the graininess of brown sugar. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was all over the place, but you know, it is what it is over here at Little Hill Homestead. Thanks for watching.